Okay guys, so like I promised, we're doing pizza day today. So I showed you how to do all the different kinds of crusts, all the different varieties and options that we have. So the first pizza we're going to do is with the naan bread. I love this stuff. I make a really good chicken curry chicken salad, and I cut some of these up for bread to serve with it, and it's so good. So the first one, and you can smell the garlic, it smells so good. I'm actually going to put this on a pizza stone. I'm going to use pizza stones and cookie sheets, like cookie baking sheets. So if you have one of these, great. If not, you can just use a cookie sheet, that's fine also. So you always want to kind of make your pizza on top of the stone or the cookie sheet, because it's hard to transfer it once you have all the toppings on. Trust me, I've done it many times. And so this is a good idea. The first one we're going to make is one that me and Tommy had many years ago in Duluth, Minnesota. We ate at Pizza Luce, I think is how you say it, and they have a baked potato pizza, which is to die for. I haven't had it for years, and so I'm going to try to copy that just from memory of how I try to remember how they made it. So, wish me luck. So the first thing I made mashed potatoes. But these aren't like real mashed potatoes, they're the instant mashed potatoes. And I'll show you. These are the ones that we get at the grocery store. There's that brand. This is a big family pack, but they have smaller sizes, and they have all different flavors. This is a roasted garlic kind. They have cheese kind, just regular kind. They have the buttery kind, all different kinds. And these are so easy, guys. Like for a weeknight when you're in a hurry, all it is you boil water, dump this package in, mix it together, take it off the heat, in literally like a minute you have mashed potatoes. I've tried a lot of different instant mashed potatoes, and these are by far the best. My brother Scott introduced me to these. My parents liked them towards the end, and they're really good. So, and it has like even this noted product of the year. So they even won an award. They are really good, and they're Idaho potatoes. Since we live in Idaho, almost to Idaho, we're like, what would you say, 10 minutes away from the Idaho border. So we feel like we're Idahoans, or however you say it. Idahoans. And I'm a Wisconsinite. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to drizzle a little olive oil. This is extra virgin olive oil, just because I don't want it to dry out. I'm just going to kind of rub that on the crust, and it'll make it a little crispy too while it's cooking, those edges. And so I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to do it a little bit on the other side too, just so it gets a crispy, crusty outside of it while it's baking in the oven. Okay, next we're going to put the instant mashed potatoes and plate it up with the garlic. These are garlic mashed potatoes, and like I said, if you guys haven't tried them, it's a really easy, quick hack when you don't want to peel and make homemade potatoes. I mean, homemade potatoes are still the bomb, don't get me wrong, but these are nice to do when you're in a hurry. So we like to have them on hand. Okay, so we spread down the mashed potatoes, and then we just top it with broccoli, and I have some fresh broccoli florets that I cut up. I'm just going off memory, guys, so I'm not saying that this is exactly how this restaurant did it. I'm just trying to remember. My husband doesn't remember at all. So, I think that's good enough. And then, of course, bacon. Like, who doesn't want bacon? But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the cheese on there. So over here, we have 3 different kinds of cheese. We have Marble Jack, and this one was the, what one was this one? The Monterey Jack?
Yes.
And this is the mozzarella. So we shredded up 3 different kinds. So I think I'm going to do Monterey Jack, a little mixture of each. So Monterey Jack, And then I think I'm going to do a little marble jack in there also. And we shredded these ourselves because I feel like that kind of cheese, when you shred it yourself, it melts better. And then bacon. And so I cooked this bacon ahead of time. And again, like I said, I didn't let it cook all the way through. You can see it's still not fully crispy. And because we don't want burnt bacon when it's baking in the oven. So error on the side of more bacon. Okay, I have my oven set at 400, and I'm going to pop this in, and I'll just keep an eye on it, because really all you want to do is melt the cheese, cook the bacon, kind of get everything cooked and warmed through. So 400 degrees, going in the oven till the cheese is melted and the bacon's nice and crispy, and we'll show you what the finished product looks like. And we also serve it with sour cream because it's like a baked potato. It's so good. So I'll meet you back here when the first pizza on our pizza day is done. Okay guys, so we've got the first pizza in our lineup today in the oven cooking. It's our baked potato version of pizza, which is yummy delicious, and we used it with instant potatoes, because who wants to make potatoes from scratch for pizza? Not me. So I also wanted to show you our lovely array of ingredients here. So we had the potatoes for the mashed or the baked potato pizza, and we've got chicken bacon ranch, which is coming up next. We got a traditional one we're doing, and then of course, as you can see, we're going to do a taco pizza also. So lots of fun ingredients, and again, always just try to make your pizzas your own, with your own flavorings, and you'll be creative and you'll have a lot of fun with it, and just come up with different ways to make pizza. It's a fun thing to do with your older kids or your younger kids, and just have fun with it. Okay, so the next one up on the lineup is, like I said, our chicken bacon ranch pizza. And I love this pizza. There's a gas station here locally that makes a chicken bacon ranch pizza, and I just love it so much. So I thought I would take a stab at making my own version at home. So we'll see how it turns out. I've never done it before. So I'm taking our pita bread that I showed you earlier, the round pitas, and again I'm just going to drizzle a little oil on both sides, just a tiny bit, not a whole lot. And for this one I'm going to do a cookie sheet, and I'm going to do 2 of them at a time, so hopefully they're good. And family like Grandpa Tom, Verna, be prepared to eat some pizza, because there's no way we can eat all of these pizzas. So be prepared to be gifted some pizzas, right? So that was the oven. I'm just going to check on our baked potato pizza. You guys, yum. I'm so excited about that one. I think just a couple more minutes. I put a timer on because I have too many things going on in the kitchen, and it's like, oh, and I'm going to forget about the pizza in the oven. So, also, shout out to my sister. I was talking about earlier, I was apologizing for the shirt that I flippin' wore that said some naughty things on it. So I apologize again. So I figured I'd change my shirt and represent my sister. Set Apart Art. She used to have her own art studio, but now she does everything remotely, and she has a website, and she sells paintings and does commission work and does parties still. So if you're in Wisconsin, hit her up. Wendy McDonald, Set Apart Art. She has her own website, so she'd love to hear from you. Okay, back to the pizzas. So we drizzle them with oil, and then the sauce for chicken bacon ranch is, of course, ranch. So we have our favorite ranch that we like here in Utah. I think it's local, isn't it? Yeah, it's a Utah product. This is the ranch that we love. It's a really good one. And we get the light. You don't have to do light. You can do regular. And whatever ranch you guys like. If you have a favorite, go for it. So we're just going to drizzle and put a little bit of ranch on each pita, and that's going to be like our pizza sauce. Let me grab something to smear that around. We may have to put more. I'm just gonna see how much we need to kind of cover these pitas. You don't want too much for it to be dripping, but you want it enough. Maybe a little bit more on that one. Just a tad bit more.
It smells good.
Yeah, it smells, I mean, what could go wrong, right? Ranch, pitas, chicken, and bacon. Honestly, anything topped with bacon is good in my eyes.
Probably put broccoli on it too.
Let me get out that pizza. I don't want it to burn. Oh my gosh, you guys. Look at this pizza. It looks amazing. Look at that. The melted cheese, the crispy bacon and broccoli. Oh, I'm so excited about eating this one. So, don't mind this. I got hamburger frying for the next pizza. But I'm so excited about that baked potato pizza. Okay, so we got the ranch on there. And so next, I'm going to put the chicken. So all I did was put a chicken breast and I just fried it in a pan until it was done. And then cut it up in bite-sized pieces. You can shred it too, you know, whatever you want. However much chicken you want to put in on each one. I'll actually turn that down or I'm going to burn the hamburger. So there's the chicken. And then we're just going to put cheese. So I think I'm going to do the Monterey Jack and the mozzarella this time. You can really do whatever combination you want. It is all good, right? Yum. My husband did such a good job at shredding all that cheese. I'll do a little Monterey Jack on this one too. And then on top, of course, the bacon. I like to put the bacon on top just because then it crisps up when it's on the top. And it'll get nice and crispy and cooked through when you're baking it in the oven. So, yum! So again, this is great for like a party, a get-together with your family, or you want to bring it to work and wow your friends, for your kid's birthday, or just for your family. It's great having pizza night and getting creative with your toppings. Really, anything goes, right? Okay, I would say that
broccoli.
Nope, no broccoli on this one. It's just chicken and bacon and ranch. And that's it. Pretty basic, pretty simple. I'm going to pop those in the oven. Again, I just have it at 400. And again, I usually do about 10 minutes for each pizza. And then I'll look at it and go longer if I need to. Okay, so I'm going to finish up frying the hamburger because what's up next is taco pizza. So I'll meet you back. Okay, so our chicken bacon ranch pizzas are out of the oven, and look at you guys. So good. You have the chicken, the ranch, the cheese, the bacon, and I put some green onions over it. So you have the baked potato pizza, and now we've made the chicken bacon ranch pizza. Oh my goodness. And the crust is nice and crispy. So, yeah. So the next one we're making, we are going to use our homemade crust that we whipped up this morning. Voila! Look at how much it poofed up. I put a lot of oil in it, but again, I told you that this makes like 2 crusts. But you want that oil so it doesn't dry out. So I'm just going to eyeball it, and we're going to squish it out on this cookie sheet. And it's kind of like a cookie sheet pan kind of crust. And you just do it with your fingers. You don't need flour or a rolling pin or anything like that. And I drizzled the pan with olive oil because again, that's what makes that the crust don't stick, and also will make it nice and crispy. So I took this pan out of the oven, so it's still a little warm. And you just want a rustic. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can have it as thick or as thin as you want. I like it a little bit on the thinner side. But it's going to be irregular shaped, and that's okay. That's what we're looking for. We're just rolling it out and having more of a rustic look kind of pizza. Not just a little too thin there. And again, you don't have to use half of the dough. You can use a smaller piece and make more miniature size pizzas, whatever you want. And the trick that my husband showed me to make the dough rise up like it did is, instead of putting it on the back of the stove, I put it in the microwave. So the microwave is a nice warm place to put your dough. If you're making bread, biscuits, pizza dough, it's a good place to put something if you want it to rise, and it has to be in a warm spot. Okay, so there's our spread out pizza dough. And now this one is going to be taco, like I said. I'm trying to do like different ones that maybe you wouldn't have all the time. So I thought for the sauce, salsa would be a good like pizza sauce for it. So, or I also thought enchilada sauce would be really good too. You could do red or green, and you could do hamburger or chicken. So whatever floats your boat, whatever sounds good to you. I had these big salsa things in my pantry, so I thought I would use those up. And our kitchen is quite a bit of mess because we're cooking a lot of things today. Soup, millions of different kinds of pizzas, but it's a good day. So I'm just putting that salsa down, and I just got a cantina style, but I'm sure whatever salsa you have on hand would be delicious. And again, I've never made this kind of pizza either, so these are all new ones for us too. I've had them like out at restaurants, but I've never made them at home per se myself. So there's the salsa down, and then whatever kind of meat you want to put, or you can do it a vegetarian style too and just put a bunch of vegetables on it, things like that too. But I have taco meat that I fried up. I'm just trying to determine if I want to put it down now or do I want to put it over the cheese and stuff. I think it'll be good on the layer of the salsa. Well, let's hope. Here's to hoping, huh? So I just fried up a pound of hamburger and I put taco seasoning in it. And I'm just going to kind of sprinkle it. I just get in there with my hands and sprinkle the meat over kind of a salsa mixture. And it's a little wet because I usually put some water in with the taco seasoning, kind of make a taco sauce. So that's why the hamburger might look a little wet, a little greasy. It's not grease, it's just that kind of taco seasoning sauce that I do. So you just put some taco meat, blob it on there like you would if you're making maybe a sausage pizza. Wash my hands here. And then we're going to top it with some cheese. I'm actually going to put some peppers. I have green and red peppers that I kind of chunked up and diced up. So I thought that would be good on there. And again, you could use chicken too, make them like a chicken fajita type pizza. That would be good too. And I'm going to put some onions. So again, play around, have fun with it. I think it would be, you can do so many different combinations, right? And then I think I'm going to do the cheese and then the jalapenos on top. Okay, so I'll just do a mixture. It's all good. Of all the different kinds of cheese. I don't have like a Mexican blend cheese, but I do have this leftover cheese from when I made shrimp tacos. So I thought that might be a good to sprinkle on top also. Why not? More cheese, the merrier, right? And maybe I'll do a little marble jack. Get cheese everywhere. And then we're going to put jalapenos. So I think this pizza will be more for my husband and son, and they like jalapenos. And if you don't like them, you can always pick them off, I guess.
Unless you do half and half.
Oh, I don't know if anybody else will eat it. I don't know if the girls would eat it. And I like jalapenos, so it's all good. And then I also have some, you could also put some like green chilies on there, if you had like a candy green chilies. I was going to put some petite diced tomatoes with the green chilies in it, but that salsa was wet enough, so I didn't feel like I needed to do that. You could maybe even use that as the sauce and the base instead of the salsa. So whatever you guys have on hand, like I said, play with it, do whatever you want with it. So taco pizza going in, and also with this pizza crust, it calls for you to turn it up to 500. And the temperature, so it's almost like on a broil setting. So I'm going to wait for the oven to heat up to 500. You pop this in, and you're just going to cook it for about 10 minutes, and it will be done. And the crust will be nice and crisp and brown, and the cheese bubbly. So we'll meet you back here and see the finished product of the taco pizza. Alright guys, welcome back. Now to our final pizza. I'm using French bread for the pizza crust, and this is our final and last pizza for today. So I got this morning in the bakery. I cut it in half, and look at that, you guys. Yum. It's all doughy, has holes in it, it's nice and soft. Oh, this is going to be some good pizza. So I'm just going to drizzle a little olive oil on the bread. And then for my sauce, I'm just using spaghetti sauce. So this is a garden combo spaghetti sauce. So I usually don't have pizza sauce available, so I'm just going to pour my marinara sauce, whatever you guys have. If you have pizza sauce, great. So this is a lot of fun. My mom used to make these French bread pizzas when we were younger, and make all different kinds. She used to buy a bunch. They weren't, I don't think, this big. They were a little bit smaller. Look at all that sauce dipped down that hole. Yummy! This is like a garden marinara, so you can see the flecks of onions and peppers in there, so that'll be really good. And so we're just gonna put that down on the bread, and it'll soak up all that sauce and be yummy, delicious, but still crisp on the outside. So really good. So I'm just going to do a traditional pizza with your traditional kind of toppings. So I'm going to use up kind of like, should I do peppers? Maybe I'll do them on one. I'm trying to think of my girls, what they're going to eat, but I don't think Ava's going to eat much anyways because she's not feeling good. And then something that I love is mushrooms. So I cut up a bunch of mushrooms. I love mushrooms. You're either team mushroom or not team mushroom. I feel like, but I love mushrooms a lot lately. I've been in the mood for them. I don't know. You get in those moods for certain foods, and lately I've been on a mushroom kick. We've had them on the grill and my omelets, pizzas now. We also have some of this pizza seasoning. We got it a while back. We have all these kind of different pizza seasonings that you can get at the store. I'm actually going to sprinkle that over it. This is a spicy version, so I'm assuming it probably has red peppers. It's a spicy blend of crushed red chili peppers with the perfect amount of Italian herbs. So it just bumps up the flavors in there. And then I think I'm going to put the cheese. Onions, can't forget onions. Should we just make this one a cheese version for the girls, maybe?
Pepperoni.
Okay. So this kind of vegetable medley. Now I'm going to put all the mozzarella cheese over it. Make it ooey and gooey and yummy. And then we'll put pepperoni. And this pepperoni we got from Lauer's here in Richmond. You can buy pepperoni in bulk there. It comes in a huge package, And we always like to buy it. They just come kind of all misshaped. They're not uniform shape, which is fine by us. So it's a great way to buy a big pack if you go through a lot of pepperoni, which we do. The kids like to snack on it, and we like to make pizzas. So there's that version. And so I think I'll just do a cheese and pepperoni version over here for the kids. Like I said, we're going to have a lot of pizza. We invited over my father-in-law. We're going to have to invite over the whole neighborhood. So I'm just going to do cheese and pepperoni over here for the girls, because that's mostly just what they eat. Probably Christian. I'll load it up with pepperoni because they love it. The pepperoni smells good. I think that pizza's almost done that we put in there before, the taco pizza. There. So that'll be going in. I'm just going to check on that pizza. Oh yeah, it's still cooking. It's got a couple more minutes, and then once the taco pizza is done, we'll throw in the French bread pizza, and then we're done with everything pizza today. Okay guys, the last pizza came out of the oven, the French bread pizzas. That looks amazing. So we have all the vegetables underneath all this gooey cheese and the pepperoni. And then this one's just pepperoni and cheese for the kids. So once that cools, we will slice it up. Yeah, it's still pretty warm, pretty warm. But I wanted to go put it on my pretty plate. Ooh.
Need a bigger plate.
I know. I do need a bigger plate. I thought that would be big enough. But what's great to serve your pizzas on are these wood cutting boards. It's a great way to put a bunch on and serve them at a party or your next get together, and look at the beautiful spread. So recap, we have the taco pizza. I'm serving it with just a little bit of sour cream on the side. You could also put a little salsa, a bowl of salsa with it, if people want to dip their taco pizza in that. And then over here, we have the baked potato pizza with the broccoli, mashed potatoes, cheese, and bacon. And I'm serving that with a little bit of sour cream. And then we have our chicken bacon ranch pizzas, a mock-up from the gas station here that makes them. And then, of course, the French bread pizza that my mom used to make when we were younger. So all great options. And again, you can make them however you want. And then this is our homemade crust, and it turned out nice and crispy. It's nice and brown. And I have the other half. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, saran wrap, and it'll stay in there for the week. But we also have the naan bread, the pita bread, and the French bread bread. So you don't have to always just do a regular pizza crust. There's lots of different options. And I didn't do the taco shell one because I've done that before, but that's also an option too. So please try some of these. Give me some suggestions and drop comments below of the pizzas that you enjoy making and the different concoctions you like. And like and share. And we'll see you next time.
What do you want me to say? It's good on camera?
Just say what you said before.
I said it's coming in second to the frickin' potato skins. This is like really, really good. Like really good.
No? Did you eat
Yeah.
the potato skin one? Or this one?
No, I just ate
I
this
did.
one.
No.
And
How's that?
this is like just how I remembered it at Pizza Luce.
Wow.
It is so good, you guys. I was so excited about this one. You got the mashed potatoes, bacon, broccoli, and I dipped a bunch of sour cream. Mmm.
Yeah, this is really freaking good.
Does it need more jalapeno?
It always needs more jalapeno.
We'll put some, you can get those pepper flakes.
Oh yeah.
This is so good. The mashed potatoes are so good and garlicky and buttery. And the bacon, that saltiness and crispness. And this is that naan bread. It's so nice and soft and pliable. Oh my gosh, you guys. Don't knock it till you try it. This is divine. Mmm.
Oh, that's pretty good.
For my teenager,
You'll probably eat that whole thing.
Yep.
and that was our homemade crust, guys. And that was that taco pizza. It's the first time I ever made it. And it was a hit. So, I hope you try some of these for yourself.